The power you seek is not outside you. It has always been within, hidden in the quiet rhythm of your breath. The sages of old knew this sacred art, using breath to access clarity, energy, and transformation. In this moment, as you listen, you will reconnect with this ancient wisdom and awaken the infinite potential that has always been yours. Have you ever felt like life is moving too fast, and no matter how hard you try, you can't keep up? What if I told you that the secret to slowing everything down, to finding peace, clarity, and even happiness, is something you're already doing right now? But here's the catch. You're probably doing it wrong. Let me show you how to breathe in a way that changes everything. Breathing. It's the one thing we do every single day, every single moment without even thinking about it. But what if I told you that the way you breathe could be the difference between feeling overwhelmed and feeling in control, between chaos and calm? This isn't just some spiritual mumbo-jumbo, it's science, it's ancient wisdom, and it's practical. Today we're diving into a concept that might sound simple but has the power to completely shift how you experience life. By the end of this, you'll understand why breathing isn't just about staying alive. It's about thriving. Let's face it, life is loud. Deadlines, social media, family drama, global news. It's like we're constantly being pulled in a million directions. And the worst part? Even when we try to relax, our minds are still racing. We're stuck in this cycle of stress, anxiety, and exhaustion. But here's the thing. The chaos outside doesn't have to create chaos inside. The problem isn't the world, it's how we're responding to it. And a big part of that response? It starts with how we breathe. Most of us are breathing shallowly, quickly, and unconsciously. We're literally starving our bodies and minds of the oxygen they need to function at their best. But what if I told you that by changing just one thing, the way you breathe, you could change everything? The science of breathing. Let's start with the basics. Why does breathing even matter? It's something we do without thinking, but the way we breathe has a massive impact on how we feel. When you take a deep breath, you're not just filling your lungs with air, you're sending a signal to your brain. That signal says, relax, everything's okay, and your brain listens. Here's how it works. Your body has two main systems for handling stress. One is the sympathetic nervous system, which is all about action. It's what kicks in when you're in danger, your heart races, your muscles tense, and your breathing gets shallow. This is your fight or flight mode. It's great if you're running from a tiger, but not so great if you're stuck in traffic or dealing with a tough day at work. The other system is the parasympathetic nervous system. This is your body's rest and digest mode. It's what helps you calm down, relax, and recover. And guess what? Deep breathing is one of the fastest ways to activate it. When you breathe deeply, you're telling your body, hey, we're safe. You can chill out now. But here's the problem. Most of us aren't breathing deeply. We're breathing shallowly, quickly, and unconsciously. It's like we're stuck in fight or flight mode all the time. And that's not just uncomfortable, it's bad for your health. Shallow breathing keeps your body in a state of stress, which can lead to all sorts of issues: anxiety, fatigue, poor digestion, even a weakened immune system. So what does deep breathing actually do? For starters, it increases the oxygen in your blood. More oxygen means more energy for your cells. It also helps remove carbon dioxide, which can build up when you're stressed and make you feel even worse. But the benefits go beyond just physical. Deep breathing has a direct impact on your brain. When you breathe deeply, you stimulate the vagus nerve. This is a long nerve that runs from your brain to your gut, and it plays a key role in your parasympathetic nervous system. Stimulating the vagus nerve helps lower your heart rate, reduce blood pressure, and calm your mind. It's like flipping a switch from panic to peace. And it's not just about feeling calm in the moment. Over time, deep breathing can actually change how your brain works. Studies have shown that regular deep breathing can increase the gray matter in your brain, especially in areas related to emotion regulation and decision-making. In other words, it makes you better at handling stress. But here's the thing. Deep breathing isn't just for when you're stressed. It's something you can do all the time to stay balanced and focused. Think of it like this. Your breath is a remote control for your nervous system. And once you learn how to use it, you have the power to change how you feel at any moment. So, how do you know if you're breathing deeply? Here's a simple test. Put one hand on your chest and the other on your stomach. Take a breath. If your chest moves more than your stomach, you're probably breathing shallowly. Deep breathing comes from your diaphragm, the muscle at the base of your lungs. When you breathe deeply, your stomach should rise and fall, not your chest. If you're not used to deep breathing, it might feel strange at first. That's okay. Like any skill, it takes practice. Start by setting aside a few minutes each day to focus on your breath. Sit or lie down in a comfortable position. Close your eyes if it helps. Then take a slow, deep breath in through your nose. Feel your stomach rise as you fill your lungs with air. Hold it for a moment. Then exhale slowly through your mouth. Try to make your exhale longer than your inhale. This is key because it's the exhale that really activates your parasympathetic nervous system. A good ratio to start with is inhaling for 4 seconds, holding for 7 seconds, and exhaling for 8 seconds. This is called the 4-7-8 technique, and it's a great way to calm your mind and body. But don't worry if you can't do it perfectly at first. The goal isn't to be perfect, it's to be present. Just focus on the sensation of your breath. Notice how it feels as it moves in and out of your body. If your mind starts to wander, that's normal. Gently bring your attention back to your breath. Over time, deep breathing will start to feel more natural. You'll find yourself doing it without even thinking about it. And the more you practice, the more benefits you'll notice. You'll feel calmer, more focused, and more in control. But here's the real kicker. Deep breathing isn't just about you. It can also affect the people around you. When you're calm and centered, it's easier to connect with others. You're less likely to snap at someone or get caught up in drama. Instead, you're able to respond with patience and kindness. So why does all of this matter? Because life is stressful. There's no way around that. But the way you breathe can make all the difference. It's like having a secret weapon against stress, one that's always with you, no matter where you are or what you're doing. And the best part? It's free. You don't need any special equipment or training, all you need is your breath. So the next time you're feeling overwhelmed, take a moment to breathe. Inhale deeply, exhale slowly, and remind yourself, I've got this. Because here's the truth. You do. Your breath is more powerful than you realize. It's not just keeping you alive, it's helping you thrive. And once you understand the science behind it, you'll see why something as simple as breathing can change everything. 2. The ancient wisdom of breath. The power of breath is one of the oldest and most profound teachings known to humanity. Iter is not merely a biological function, but a gateway to self-mastery, inner peace, and heightened awareness. Ancient traditions recognized the breath as a vital force, a bridge between the body and mind. Long before modern science uncovered the benefits of breath control, ancient wisdom had already established its significance. The Sanskrit term for breath control is pranayama, derived from prana, meaning life force, and ayama, meaning expansion or control. This practice has been central to yogic traditions for thousands of years. It is believed that by controlling the breath, one can influence the mind, emotions, and even the subtle energies of the body. Yogis in India, monks in Tibet, and sages across different cultures have long practiced breathwork to cultivate spiritual insight and physical vitality. Breathing is the most fundamental act of life. From the moment we are born to the moment we take our last breath, it remains with us, often unnoticed. Yet when we become aware of it, we unlock its true power. Controlled breathing techniques have been used to calm the nervous system, enhance focus, and deepen meditation. Breath is not just air entering and leaving the lungs. It is life itself, an invisible force sustaining our existence. In the yogic tradition, different types of pranayama serve different purposes. Nadi Shodhana, or alternate nostril breathing, is believed to balance the left and right hemispheres of the brain, bringing harmony to the mind and body. Bhastrika, or bellows breath, energizes the system, increasing oxygen levels and revitalizing the body. Ujjayi breath, often called the ocean breath, soothes the nervous system, promoting relaxation and clarity. The connection between breath and the mind is undeniable. When we are anxious, our breath becomes shallow and rapid. When we are calm, it is slow and deep. This relationship suggests that by changing how we breathe, we can change how we feel. Ancient practitioners understood this well, using breath as a tool to transcend ordinary consciousness and enter deeper states of meditation. In Hindu and Buddhist traditions, breath is seen as a pathway to enlightenment. Monks practice breath awareness to cultivate mindfulness and presence. Zen Buddhism incorporates breath as a central focus in meditation, encouraging practitioners to simply observe their breath without manipulation. This awareness trains the mind to stay in the present moment, dissolving distractions and anxieties. Ancient Chinese medicine also recognizes the power of breath. The concept of qi, similar to prana, refers to the vital energy flowing through the body. Breathwork is used in practices like qigong and tai chi to regulate qi, promoting health, longevity, and inner harmony. The Taoist masters believed that breath was the essence of life and that proper breathing techniques could extend one's lifespan and enhance spiritual awareness. In indigenous traditions worldwide, breath has been a sacred practice. Shamans use breath control in rituals and healing ceremonies to alter states of consciousness and connect with the spirit world. Many Native American traditions emphasize breath as a means of grounding and connecting with nature. Across cultures, the breath has always been more than just a physical act. It is a spiritual and energetic force. Modern science has only recently begun to validate what ancient wisdom has known for millennia. Studies show that controlled breathing affects the autonomic nervous system, reducing stress, lowering blood pressure, and improving immune function. The simple act of deep breathing stimulates the vagus nerve, which helps shift the body from a state of fight or flight to one of rest and relaxation. The breath is also linked to longevity. Research on centenarians, people who live beyond 100 years, reveals that many of them have a slower respiratory rate. This aligns with ancient teachings that suggest slowing the breath slows the aging process. Yogis believe that each person is born with a fixed number of breaths and that by breathing deeply and consciously, one can extend life. Beyond physical health, breath is a tool for emotional transformation. When emotions run high, breath tends to become erratic. By regulating the breath, we can regulate our emotions. This is why deep breathing is often recommended for stress, anxiety, and even trauma recovery. Techniques like the 4-7-8 breath, where one inhales for 4 seconds, holds for 7, and exhales for 8, have been shown to reduce anxiety and promote relaxation almost instantly. Athletes and performers also harness the power of breath. In martial arts, controlled breathing enhances endurance and strength. In singing and playing wind instruments, breath control is essential for performance. Freedivers train to hold their breath for extended periods, using techniques that calm the body and optimize oxygen use. These disciplines demonstrate the incredible adaptability of the human breath when consciously trained. The breath is not only a personal tool but a shared experience. In group meditation, synchronized breathing creates a collective rhythm, fostering connection and unity. Chanting practices in Hinduism and Buddhism involve specific breathing patterns that alter consciousness and elevate the spirit. Even in everyday life, we unconsciously sync our breathing with those around us, demonstrating how breath connects us on a deep level. In our fast-paced modern world, we have become disconnected from our breath. Stress, sedentary lifestyles, and constant distractions have led many people to develop shallow breathing patterns. This is why breathwork practices are making a resurgence. From corporate wellness programs to mental health therapies, people are rediscovering the profound effects of conscious breathing. The wisdom of breath is timeless. It is a reminder that the most powerful tools for well-being are already within us. We do not need expensive equipment or external validation to harness this power. All we need is awareness. By returning to the breath, we return to ourselves. Breath is life. It is energy. It is transformation. The ancients knew this, and now so do we. The question is, will we remember to breathe? 3. The problem with modern breathing. Most of us don't think about our breath. It's automatic, an unconscious rhythm we follow every second of our lives. But somewhere along the way, we lost the ability to do it properly. Modern life has reshaped our bodies and our habits, and in the process, it has distorted the way we breathe. We spend our days hunched over desks, shoulders rounded, backs curled forward, our necks craned toward screens, eyes locked onto digital distractions. Our posture suffers, and so does our breath. The body, designed to expand fully with each inhale, now remains compressed. The lungs never get the chance to fill completely. Instead, we take quick, shallow breaths, barely engaging the diaphragm. This is not how we were meant to breathe. Breathing should be deep, slow, and controlled. It should nourish every cell in the body. But today, most of us breathe in a way that signals stress rather than relaxation. Instead of fueling our bodies with oxygen, we deprive ourselves of it. Instead of calming the nervous system, we activate the fight or flight response. It's like we're running on empty all the time. A low-grade state of panic follows us throughout the day. We don't even notice it because it has become our default. Fatigue sets in. Brain fog lingers. Stress feels like a permanent state rather than an occasional response. We wake up exhausted and go to bed wired, unable to fully switch off. The way we breathe influences everything: our energy levels, our mood, our focus. Yet, we rarely stop to consider if we're doing it right. Most of us assume that breathing just happens, that there's nothing to improve. But the truth is, poor breathing habits accumulate over time. The effects are subtle at first, but they compound. Tension builds in the body. Muscles stay tight. The chest rises and falls rapidly, rather than expanding outward in a full breath. The diaphragm, the most important muscle for breathing, becomes weak and underused. Stress plays a huge role in all of this. When we're anxious, our breath becomes shallow and erratic. The body perceives this as danger, triggering a cascade of physiological responses. The heart rate speeds up. Cortisol floods the bloodstream. Blood vessels constrict. Digestion slows down. Over time, this chronic stress state wears us down. We become more prone to illness. Our immune system weakens. Our ability to concentrate diminishes. Breathing poorly also affects how we sleep. Many people unknowingly hold their breath at night or breathe through their mouths, which leads to snoring, disrupted sleep, and even conditions like sleep apnea. A restless night makes the next day even harder. The cycle continues, with exhaustion feeding into poor breathing patterns and poor breathing fueling more exhaustion. But the good news is, it's never too late to relearn. The body is adaptable. The breath is always there, waiting for us to use it correctly. With awareness and practice, we can reverse years of poor breathing habits. We can retrain ourselves to breathe the way nature intended, deeply, fully, and efficiently. One of the first steps is simply noticing how we breathe. Paying attention to the breath brings awareness to its depth, speed, and rhythm. Do we breathe? Through the nose or the mouth? Does the belly expand with each inhale, or does the chest do all the work? Are our breaths shallow and rapid, or slow and controlled? Once we become aware, we can begin to make changes. Nose breathing, for example, is essential. The nose filters, humidifies, and regulates airflow. Mouth breathing, on the other hand, can lead to dehydration, increased stress, and even changes in facial structure over time. Engaging the diaphragm is another key element. When we breathe deeply, the diaphragm moves downward, creating space for the lungs to expand fully. This allows oxygen to reach the lower lobes of the lungs, where the highest concentration of blood vessels is found. The result is more efficient oxygen exchange and better overall health. Slowing down the breath also makes a difference. Rapid breathing signals stress to the brain. Slow, controlled breathing does the opposite. It activates the parasympathetic nervous system, promoting relaxation and balance. A simple technique is to inhale deeply for 4 counts, hold for 4, and exhale for 6 to 8 counts. This shift alone can reduce anxiety, lower blood pressure, and improve focus. Posture plays a critical role too. Sitting upright with the shoulders relaxed and the spine elongated creates space for the lungs to function optimally. A slouched position compresses the diaphragm, making it difficult to take full breaths. Adjusting posture throughout the day can make a significant impact on breathing patterns. Movement helps as well. Exercise naturally encourages deeper breathing. Activities like yoga, swimming, and running promote lung expansion and strengthen respiratory muscles. Even simple stretching or standing breaks can counteract the negative effects of prolonged sitting. The breath is a powerful tool, but we often take it for granted. Learning to breathe properly doesn't just improve oxygen intake, it transforms how we feel, think, and function. It influences our mood, our sleep, our energy, and our overall health. By reconnecting with our breath, we reconnect with ourselves. We reclaim control over something we lost without even realizing it. We find clarity, calmness, and vitality. And all it takes is a few mindful breaths to begin the process. 4. The 4-7-8 technique. The 4-7-8 technique is a simple yet powerful breathing exercise designed to promote relaxation and reduce stress. It works by regulating your breath in a structured way, helping to calm your nervous system and bring your body into a state of balance. The steps are easy to follow. Inhale through your nose for 4 seconds, hold the breath for 7 seconds, and then slowly exhale through your mouth for 8 seconds. This method can be practiced anywhere, anytime, and is often used as a tool for managing anxiety, improving sleep, and enhancing overall well-being. Breathing is one of the few bodily functions that can be both voluntary and involuntary. While we breathe automatically, we also have the ability to control and manipulate our breath, which can have a direct impact on our physical and mental state. The 4-7-8 technique leverages this control to activate the parasympathetic nervous system, which helps to counteract the stress-induced responses of the sympathetic nervous system. When we feel anxious or stressed, our breathing becomes shallow and rapid. By consciously slowing it down and following the 4 to 7 8 pattern, we can send signals to our brain that it is time to relax. The effectiveness of this technique lies in its ability to regulate oxygen and carbon dioxide exchange in the body. When you inhale for 4 seconds, you allow your lungs to take in a controlled amount of oxygen. Holding your breath for 7 seconds ensures that this oxygen is fully absorbed into your bloodstream. The slow exhalation over 8 seconds helps to release carbon dioxide in a controlled manner, preventing hyperventilation and encouraging a relaxed state. This rhythmic breathing pattern not only slows your heart rate but also reduces blood pressure and promotes a feeling of tranquility. One of the greatest benefits of the 4 to 7 8 technique is its accessibility. It requires no special equipment, can be practiced in any setting, and takes only a few minutes to complete. Whether you are at home, at work, or even in a crowded environment, you can perform this exercise discreetly to regain a sense of calm. Many people use it before bed to improve sleep quality, as it helps to quiet the mind and prepare the body for rest. Others incorporate it into their daily routine to manage stress and stay grounded throughout the day. The technique is particularly beneficial for those who struggle with anxiety. When anxiety strikes, it often brings a cascade of physiological responses, including increased heart rate, rapid breathing, and muscle tension. By engaging in the 4 7 8 breathing pattern, individuals can interrupt this cycle and shift their focus from anxious thoughts to the steady rhythm of their breath. This can create a sense of control and stability, reducing the intensity of anxious feelings and allowing for a more composed response to stressors. Many practitioners of meditation and mindfulness incorporate the 4 to 7 8 technique into their practices. It aligns well with principles of controlled breathing, awareness, and intentional relaxation. In meditation, breath control is often used as a focal point to anchor the mind in the present moment. The structured nature of the 4 to 7 8 technique provides a simple yet effective way to enter a meditative state without requiring extensive training or experience. Even for those who are new to mindfulness practices, this technique offers an easy entry point into relaxation and stress reduction. The physiological effects of controlled breathing are well documented in scientific research. Studies have shown that slow, deep breathing can reduce the production of stress hormones such as cortisol, while increasing levels of feel-good neurotransmitters like serotonin and dopamine. This explains why many people experience a sense of calm and well-being after practicing the 4 7 8 technique. Additionally, deep breathing can improve lung function, enhance oxygen delivery to the brain, and support overall cardiovascular health. For individuals who struggle with insomnia or restless sleep, this breathing method can be particularly useful. Sleep disorders are often linked to heightened stress levels and an overactive nervous system. The 4 7 8 technique helps to deactivate the fight or flight response and shift the body into a state of relaxation, conducive to sleep. Practicing this technique before bedtime can signal to the body that it is time to wind down, making it easier to fall asleep and stay asleep throughout the night. Many people report that after just a few cycles of this breathing pattern, they feel drowsy and ready to rest. Aside from its mental and emotional benefits, controlled breathing techniques like 4 7 8 can also have a positive impact on physical health. Chronic stress is known to contribute to a variety of health issues, including high blood pressure, digestive problems, and weakened immune function. By incorporating regular breathing exercises into daily life, individuals can mitigate the harmful effects of stress and promote overall well-being. Deep, rhythmic breathing has been linked to improved digestion, enhanced immune response, and even reduced inflammation in the body. Despite its simplicity, the 4 7 8 technique requires consistency and practice to yield the best results. While some people experience immediate relaxation after just a few cycles, others may need to practice regularly before noticing significant changes. Like any skill, breath control becomes more effective with repetition. Experts recommend practicing this technique at least twice a day to fully experience its benefits. Over time, it can become a natural response to stress, helping individuals to stay calm and collected in challenging situations. Many individuals who incorporate this technique into their daily routine report feeling more centered and in control of their emotions. The ability to regulate breath provides a sense of empowerment, allowing individuals to respond to stress with clarity rather than reactivity. It can also serve as a valuable coping tool in high-pressure situations, such as public speaking, exams, or important meetings. By taking a few moments to engage in the 4-7-8 breathing pattern, individuals can regain focus and approach challenges with a calm and composed mindset. Breathing exercises like the 4-7-8 technique are not just for those dealing with stress and anxiety. They can benefit anyone looking to enhance their overall quality of life. Even individuals who consider themselves generally calm and relaxed can use this method to deepen their sense of inner peace and mindfulness. The beauty of this technique lies in its universal applicability. It is a tool that anyone can use to cultivate a greater sense of well-being. In addition to its individual benefits, the 4-7-8 technique can also be practiced in group settings to create a shared sense of relaxation and connection. Many yoga and meditation classes incorporate structured breathing exercises as a way to unify participants and establish a collective sense of calm. Families and friends can also practice together to support one another in managing stress and promoting a positive, peaceful environment. For those new to this technique, it may feel slightly challenging at first, especially the 7-second breath hold and the extended exhalation. However, with practice, it becomes easier and more natural. Beginners can start with fewer cycles, gradually increasing as they become more comfortable. Most experts recommend starting with 4 cycles at a time and eventually working up to 8 cycles per session. The simplicity of the 4-7-8 technique makes it one of the most effective tools for relaxation. Unlike complex meditation practices that require extensive training, this method is accessible to everyone, regardless of experience level. Whether used as a daily habit, a sleep aid, or a stress relief tool, it provides a straightforward yet powerful way to promote balance and well-being. Its ability to reset the nervous system and induce a state of calm makes it a valuable practice for modern life, where stress and anxiety are common challenges. If you haven't already, take a moment to try it now. Inhale through your nose for 4 seconds. Hold your breath for 7 seconds. Exhale slowly through your mouth for 8 seconds. Feel the tension release as you follow the rhythm. A few cycles are all it takes to experience a shift in how you feel. The more you practice, the more natural and effective it will become. The 4-7-8 technique is a simple yet powerful way to reset, recharge, and restore a sense of peace in your daily life. 5. Breathing and emotional regulation. Breathing is one of the most fundamental processes of life, yet most people rarely give it much thought. It happens automatically, keeping us alive without any conscious effort. But what if this seemingly simple act held the key to emotional regulation? What if the way we breathe directly affects how we feel? Science and experience both confirm this connection. Our breath and our emotions are deeply intertwined. The good news is that while emotions can change our breathing patterns, the reverse is also true. We can change how we feel by intentionally changing how we breathe. Think about the last time you were anxious, stressed, or angry. Your breath was probably fast, shallow, and irregular. Your body tensed up, your heart rate increased, and your thoughts raced. This is because your nervous system was in a state of fight or flight. Your body was preparing to deal with a perceived threat. even if the danger wasn't real. It could have been an upcoming exam, a tense conversation, or simply a stressful day. Your brain signaled your body to breathe rapidly, fueling a cycle of stress. But here's the trick. This cycle can be broken. By deliberately slowing down your breath, you send a different message to your brain. You tell it that everything is okay, that there is no immediate danger, and that it can relax. This is the power of controlled breathing. One of the simplest and most effective ways to regulate emotions is to focus on slow, deep breaths. Next time you feel overwhelmed, pause. Close your eyes if you can. Inhale deeply through your nose for 5 seconds, filling your lungs completely. Hold for a moment. Then exhale slowly through your mouth for 5 seconds. Repeat this process 5 times. Pay attention to the way your body responds. Your heart rate slows down. Your muscles loosen, your mind clears. This technique is remarkably effective because it directly activates the parasympathetic nervous system, which is responsible for relaxation and recovery. It counteracts the effects of stress and brings your body back to a state of balance. This method is not just theoretical. It has been practiced for centuries in various cultures. Yogis have used breath control, or pranayama, as a core part of meditation and physical practice. Monks have relied on it for focus and emotional stability. Modern science now backs up these ancient practices. Studies show that deep breathing reduces levels of cortisol, the stress hormone, and increases heart rate variability, which is linked to emotional resilience. In other words, when you practice deep breathing regularly, you train your nervous system to handle stress more effectively. You become less reactive, more composed, and better equipped to face life's challenges. Beyond stress relief, controlled breathing has profound effects on overall emotional health. It helps with anxiety, allowing individuals to regain a sense of control. It can lift moods, helping those who struggle with sadness or depression. It even improves focus, making it easier to concentrate and perform well under pressure. When emotions start to feel overwhelming, breathwork offers a simple, accessible solution. It requires no special equipment, no prior experience, and can be done anywhere, anytime. The only thing required is awareness and practice. Consider a moment when you were extremely nervous, perhaps before speaking in public or having an important meeting. Your breath was likely shallow, sitting high in your chest. Now imagine if, in that moment, you had taken slow, controlled breaths. Imagine if you had consciously inhaled deeply and exhaled fully, signaling to your brain that you were safe. The experience would have felt completely different. You would have felt more grounded, more capable, more in control. This is the beauty of breath awareness. It gives you an immediate tool to shift your emotional state, no matter the situation. Breathwork is not just about calming down. It is also about gaining emotional mastery. Emotions are powerful forces that shape our decisions, actions, and relationships. Yet most of the time, people feel at the mercy of their emotions. They react instinctively without pause, allowing their feelings to dictate their behavior. But with breath control, there is another option. Instead of being consumed by emotions, you can observe them. You can recognize when stress, anger, or fear arises and choose to respond differently. You gain the ability to step back, take a deep breath, and handle situations with greater clarity. Regular practice makes this process even more effective. The more you train yourself to use breath control in moments of stress, the easier it becomes to access this tool when you truly need it. Over time, you develop emotional resilience. Stressful events no longer shake you as much. Challenges feel more manageable. You navigate difficult situations with greater ease. Life still has ups and downs, but you feel more stable, more balanced. This is the power of breathing with awareness. Incorporating breathwork into daily life does not have to be complicated. A few minutes each morning can set a calm and focused tone for the day. Taking slow breaths before a stressful event can make all the difference in how you experience it. Using breath control during moments of frustration can prevent unnecessary conflict. Even something as simple as pausing to breathe before reacting to a situation can create space for better decisions. The impact of these small moments adds up, leading to lasting emotional well-being. There are many breathing techniques available, but simplicity is key. The 5-to-5 method, inhale for 5 seconds, exhale for 5 seconds, is easy to remember and incredibly effective. Another powerful technique is box breathing. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, exhale for 4 seconds, and hold again for 4 seconds before repeating. This method is often used by Navy SEALs and elite athletes to maintain focus and composure under pressure. Another approach is the 4-to-7-8 method, where you inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 7 seconds, and exhale for 8 seconds. This technique is particularly useful for calming the mind before sleep. Breathing is a bridge between the body and the mind. It connects the physical and emotional aspects of our being. When you take control of your breath, you take control of your state of mind. It is a simple yet profound practice that has the power to transform how you experience life. The next time emotions start to rise, remember, your breath is your remote control. Slow it down, and you will find calm within. Inhale deeply, exhale fully, and notice the difference. The power to regulate your emotions is already within you. All you have to do is breathe. 6. The power of nasal. Breathing is something we do every moment, yet few of us think about how we do it. Most people breathe through their mouths without realizing it. However, nasal breathing has profound effects on our health, energy, and mental clarity. Breathing through the nose is not just about inhaling and exhaling air. It is a biological process designed to optimize the oxygenation of our bodies. The nose is a remarkable organ. It filters dust, bacteria, and other harmful particles from the air. Tiny hairs called cilia trap these unwanted particles, preventing them from entering the lungs. The nasal passages also warm and humidify the air before it reaches the lungs. Cold, dry air can irritate the respiratory system, leading to issues like inflammation and dehydration. Nasal breathing ensures that the air we inhale is at the right temperature and moisture level. One of the most critical aspects of nasal breathing is nitric oxide production. The nasal passages release this powerful molecule, which plays a key role in expanding blood vessels and improving circulation. Nitric oxide helps deliver oxygen more efficiently to cells, tissues, and organs. Better oxygenation means increased energy, improved cognitive function, and enhanced overall performance. Mouth breathing, on the other hand, does not stimulate nitric oxide production, leading to less efficient oxygen delivery. Mouth breathing can have negative consequences. It can contribute to poor sleep, low energy, and even anxiety. When you breathe through your mouth, you take in unfiltered dry air, which can irritate the throat and lungs. It also disrupts the balance of carbon dioxide and oxygen in the blood. Proper carbon dioxide levels are essential for optimal oxygen absorption. Mouth breathing causes excessive oxygen intake without adequate carbon dioxide retention, leading to symptoms like dizziness, shortness of breath, and brain fog. Poor sleep quality is another major issue linked to mouth breathing. People who breathe through their mouths while sleeping are more likely to suffer from sleep apnea, snoring, and restless nights. Nasal breathing promotes deeper, more restorative sleep by regulating airflow and preventing airway collapse. Better sleep translates to improved mood, sharper focus, and higher productivity during the day. Nasal breathing also benefits athletic performance. Many endurance athletes train themselves to breathe through their noses to enhance oxygen efficiency. By keeping the mouth closed, they increase lung capacity and improve respiratory endurance. Nasal breathing promotes diaphragmatic breathing, which engages the lower part of the lungs where oxygen exchange is most efficient. This reduces breathlessness and increases stamina. Even for non-athletes, learning to breathe through the nose can improve cardiovascular health and lung function. Children who habitually breathe through their mouths may experience developmental issues. Mouth breathing can affect facial structure, leading to a narrower jaw, misaligned teeth, and poor posture. It can also cause behavioral problems and difficulty concentrating. Studies suggest that nasal breathing is linked to better cognitive function in children. Teaching kids to breathe through their noses can enhance their academic performance and overall well-being. Stress and anxiety are closely tied to breathing patterns. Rapid, shallow breathing through the mouth activates the body's stress response, increasing heart rate and triggering feelings of panic. Nasal breathing encourages slow, controlled breaths that activate the parasympathetic nervous system. This promotes relaxation, reduces stress, and enhances emotional stability. Many mindfulness practices, including meditation and yoga, emphasize nasal breathing for this reason. Controlled nasal breathing calms the mind and helps maintain emotional balance. Practicing nasal breathing in daily life is simple. Start by being aware of your breathing patterns. If you catch yourself breathing through your mouth, gently close it and inhale through your nose. During exercise, focus on nasal breathing to build endurance and efficiency. At night, taping the mouth shut with medical tape can encourage nasal breathing and improve sleep quality. Over time, nasal breathing will become second nature, leading to lasting health benefits. Environmental factors can also affect nasal breathing. Allergies, congestion, and sinus issues may block nasal passages, making mouth breathing a necessity. Using a saline rinse humidifier or essential oils like eucalyptus can help clear the airways. Staying hydrated and maintaining good posture also support better nasal breathing. If persistent congestion is a problem, consulting a healthcare professional can provide further guidance. The benefits of nasal breathing extend beyond physical health. It sharpens focus, enhances memory, and boosts mental clarity. When the brain receives a steady supply of oxygen, cognitive function improves. Many successful individuals incorporate nasal breathing techniques into their daily routines to optimize performance. Deep, controlled nasal breaths help maintain composure and decision-making skills under pressure. Nasal breathing is a game changer. It improves oxygenation, supports immune function, and enhances mental well-being. Mouth breathing, on the other hand, leads to fatigue, poor sleep, and increased stress. By making a conscious effort to breathe through the nose, we can unlock greater energy, better health, and a stronger body. The simple act of nasal breathing can transform our lives in ways we never imagined. So, unless you're running a marathon, keep your mouth closed and breathe through your nose. Breathing and focus. Ever notice how hard it is to concentrate when you're stressed? That's because your brain is literally getting less oxygen. When you're anxious, your breathing becomes shallow and rapid. This restricts the amount of oxygen reaching your brain, making it harder to think clearly. Your body goes into fight-or-flight mode and focus becomes nearly impossible. Deep breathing can reverse this process. It increases blood flow to the brain, delivering more oxygen and improving mental clarity. It's one of the simplest yet most effective ways to regain focus. Breathing is an automatic process, but we rarely pay attention to it. We inhale and exhale without thinking. But when we consciously control our breath, we can influence our mental state. Taking slow, deep breaths signals to our nervous system that we are safe. This calms the body and mind. If you're struggling to stay on task, try this. Set a timer for 2 minutes. Focus on your breath. Inhale for 4 counts. Exhale for 6. This technique helps slow the heart rate, lower stress, and bring your focus back to the present moment. Think about a time when you were extremely anxious. Your heart was racing, your mind was scattered. Breathing was probably the last thing on your mind, but if you had taken a few deep breaths, you might have felt more in control. That's the power of breath. It grounds you. It anchors you to the moment. It reminds your body that everything is okay. And when your body feels safe, your mind can focus. Deep breathing isn't just for meditation. It's a tool you can use anytime, anywhere. Before a big presentation, while studying, during a stressful meeting, even in the middle of a hectic day. Just a few intentional breaths can reset your mind. It's like pressing the refresh button on your brain. You don't need a quiet room. You don't need to sit cross-legged. All you need is a moment of awareness. Many people underestimate the power of their breath. We focus on external solutions for stress and distraction. More coffee, more screen time, more stimulation. But the answer is often within us. Breathing deeply is one of the fastest ways to shift your mental state. It's free. It's simple. And it works. Athletes use breath control to enhance performance. Musicians use it to steady their nerves. Public speakers rely on it to project confidence. You can use it to sharpen your focus. The more you practice, the easier it becomes. You start to notice when your breath is shallow. You become aware of tension in your body, and you have the power to change it. Try this. Close your eyes. Inhale deeply through your nose. Feel your belly expand. Hold for a moment. Then exhale slowly through your mouth. Feel your body relax. Do this a few times. Notice the shift in your state of mind. Your thoughts slow down, your body feels lighter, your focus sharpens. That's the power of controlled breathing. This simple practice can improve your productivity. When your mind is scattered, you waste time. You jump from task to task without completing anything. You get easily distracted. Breathing helps center your mind. It allows you to work with greater efficiency. 2 minutes of deep breathing can save you hours of frustration. Stress and distractions are part of life. You can't eliminate them completely, but you can control how you respond. Instead of reacting with frustration, you can respond with awareness. Instead of letting stress take over, you can take a deep breath. This small shift can make a huge difference. Breathing is like a bridge between your body and mind. It connects the physical and mental aspects of your being. When your breathing is calm, your mind is calm. When your breathing is steady, your thoughts are steady. It's a simple principle, but it's often overlooked. Many ancient traditions emphasize the power of breath. Yoga, meditation, and martial arts all incorporate breath control. These practices have been around for centuries. They recognize that the way we breathe affects the way we think and feel. Modern science is now catching up. Studies show that controlled breathing reduces stress hormones. It lowers blood pressure. It improves cognitive function. It's not just spiritual wisdom, it's biological fact. When you practice deep breathing regularly, you train your mind to stay present. Distractions lose their power. Stress becomes more manageable. Focus becomes easier. Your brain becomes more efficient at handling information. You process thoughts with greater clarity. You make decisions with confidence. You don't need a complicated routine. Just a few deep breaths throughout the day can make a difference. When you wake up in the morning, take a deep breath. Before you start a new task, take a deep breath. When you feel overwhelmed, take a deep breath. These small moments add up. If you make breathing exercises a habit, you'll notice a shift in your daily life. You'll feel more in control of your thoughts. You'll react less impulsively. You'll have more mental clarity. Over time, deep breathing rewires your brain for focus and calm. It becomes second nature. There are many different breathing techniques. Some people prefer box breathing. Inhale for 4 counts, hold for 4 counts, exhale for 4 counts, hold for 4 counts. Others use alternate nostril breathing. Inhale through one nostril, exhale through the other. The technique isn't as important as the intention. The key is to slow down your breath and pay attention to it. Your breath is always with you. It's a built-in tool for managing stress and improving focus. You don't need an app. You don't need a coach. You just need a moment of awareness. The next time you feel distracted, take a few deep breaths. Feel the air enter your lungs. Feel your body relax. Notice how your mind settles. It's a simple practice, but it can transform the way you work and live. Try it now. Breathe in deeply. Hold for a moment. Breathe out slowly. Notice the shift. This is the power of breath. Use it wisely. 8. Breathing and sleep. Breathing plays a crucial role in sleep. Many people struggle with falling asleep, waking up frequently or feeling restless throughout the night. The connection between breath and relaxation is well established. Conscious breathing can calm the nervous system, reduce stress, and prepare the body for deep rest. By focusing on breath, we can shift our physiology and encourage sleep naturally. 1 of the most effective breathing techniques for sleep is the 4-7-8 method. This technique involves inhaling for 4 seconds, holding the breath for 7 seconds, and exhaling slowly for 8 seconds. The extended exhale is key. It activates the parasympathetic nervous system, which signals relaxation. It slows the heart rate, reduces blood pressure, and quiets the mind. Practicing this technique before bed can create a sense of calm and make it easier to drift off. Another helpful breathing strategy is deep belly breathing. Many people take shallow breaths that only reach the chest. This type of breathing keeps the body in a state of alertness, making it harder to relax. Instead, try lying on your back and placing one hand on your chest and the other on your stomach. Breathe deeply into your belly, not your chest. You should feel your stomach rise while your chest remains still. This type of breathing engages the diaphragm and promotes relaxation. Diaphragmatic breathing has several benefits for sleep. It encourages oxygen flow, reduces tension in the body, and soothes an overactive mind. It also helps regulate the autonomic nervous system. When the body is in a stressed state, the sympathetic nervous system dominates, keeping us alert. Deep belly breathing shifts control to the parasympathetic system, which is responsible for rest and digestion. This change tells the body it is time to sleep. Another technique to enhance breathing for sleep is nasal breathing. Breathing through the nose filters, humidifies, and warms the air before it reaches the lungs. It also promotes optimal oxygen exchange. Mouth breathing, on the other hand, can lead to dry mouth, snoring, and disrupted sleep. If you find yourself breathing through your mouth at night, consider practicing nasal breathing exercises during the day. One effective method is simply sealing the lips and focusing on slow, deep breaths through the nose. Incorporating breath awareness into bedtime routines can make a big difference. Taking just a few minutes to focus on the breath before sleep can help signal the transition from wakefulness to rest. Pairing breathwork with other relaxation techniques, such as meditation or progressive muscle relaxation, can further enhance its effects. Even something as simple as sighing deeply can help release tension and prepare the body for sleep. Stress and anxiety often interfere with sleep. Racing thoughts, muscle tension, and a rapid heartbeat make it difficult to relax. Breath control is one of the simplest and most effective ways to counteract these symptoms. Slow, deep breathing lowers cortisol levels and promotes a sense of safety. It creates a physiological state that is conducive to sleep. The more you practice breath awareness, the more automatic it becomes. Many sleep disorders, including insomnia and sleep apnea, are linked to poor breathing patterns. Shallow, rapid breathing can keep the body in a state of hyperarousal. This makes it difficult to fall asleep and stay asleep. Training yourself to breathe deeply and evenly can help break this cycle. Breath-focused techniques can also reduce the severity of sleep apnea symptoms. Strengthening the diaphragm and improving nasal breathing can support better airway function. The position you sleep in can also impact breathing. Sleeping on your back allows for deeper, more efficient breathing, but for some, it can lead to snoring or airway obstruction. Side sleeping is often recommended for those with sleep apnea or snoring issues. Regardless of position, keeping the airways open and ensuring proper breath control is essential for restful sleep. Breathing exercises can be integrated into daily life beyond bedtime. Practicing controlled breathing throughout the day helps regulate stress and maintain balance. If you find yourself feeling anxious or tense, take a moment to check your breath. Shifting from shallow to deep breathing can provide instant relief. Over time, this practice conditions the body and mind to relax more easily at night. Another technique to explore is alternate nostril breathing. This method involves closing one nostril, inhaling through the other, then switching sides. It balances the nervous system and promotes a sense of calm. Practicing this before bed can prepare the body for sleep. It is a simple yet powerful way to regulate breath and encourage relaxation. For those who struggle with persistent sleep issues, pairing breath work with other sleep hygiene practices can be beneficial. Creating a consistent bedtime routine, limiting screen time before bed, and maintaining a cool, dark sleeping environment all contribute to better sleep. When combined with intentional breathing, these habits reinforce the body's natural sleep-wake cycle. Some people find that guided breathing exercises help them relax more effectively. There are many apps and recordings available that provide step-by-step instructions for sleep-focused breathing techniques. Listening to a guided session can take the guesswork out of the process and provide structure. This can be especially helpful for those new to breathwork. Breathing practices have been used for centuries to promote relaxation and well-being. Yoga, meditation, and mindfulness all emphasize the importance of breath control. Modern science has confirmed what ancient traditions have long known. Breathing deeply and intentionally has profound effects on the body and mind. Applying these principles to sleep can lead to significant improvements in rest and recovery. Even if you have never focused on your breathing before, it is never too late to start. The next time you find yourself struggling to fall asleep, try shifting your attention to your breath. Slow it down, deepen it, and notice how your body responds. With consistent practice, breathing can become a natural and effective tool for better sleep. The power of breath should not be underestimated. It is a simple yet effective way to calm the mind, relax the body, and prepare for deep rest. By incorporating intentional breathing techniques into your bedtime routine, you can improve sleep quality and overall well-being. Sleep is essential for health, and optimizing breath is a natural way to enhance it. 9. Breathing and resilience. Life is unpredictable. It throws challenges our way when we least expect them. Some days are easy, while others feel impossible to get through. Stress builds up, worries pile on. The weight of responsibilities can be overwhelming. In these moments, it's easy to feel lost, anxious, or defeated. But there is something within you that can help. Something powerful, always accessible and completely free. Your breath. Breathing is something we do without thinking. It happens automatically, keeping us alive. But when we bring awareness to it, it becomes a tool, a way to center ourselves, a way to find calm amid chaos. Your breath is more than just oxygen. It's a reset button, a moment of clarity, a reminder that you are here, present, and capable. When life feels out of control, your breath is an anchor that grounds you. Imagine a stormy sea. The waves are crashing, the wind is howling, and the boat is swaying. It feels like you might be swallowed whole. But beneath the surface, deep in the ocean, there is stillness. That's your breath. No matter how strong the storm, that stillness is always there. You just have to reach for it. When you take a deep breath, something happens. Your body responds. Your heart rate slows down. Your muscles relax, your mind quiets, even if just for a moment. That moment can be the difference between reacting and responding, between feeling overwhelmed and finding clarity, between losing control and regaining balance. Resilience is not about avoiding difficulties. It's about facing them with strength and calm. It's about bending without breaking, learning without giving up. And breathing helps build that resilience. When you focus on your breath, you create space. Space between the challenge and your reaction. Space to think, to process, to choose how to respond. There will always be challenges. Life won't pause for you to catch up. Deadlines will still be there. Unexpected events will happen. People will test your patience, but you don't have to let these things consume you. You have a tool. A way to pause in the middle of the storm and find your center. Take a deep breath now. Inhale slowly. Feel your lungs expand. Hold it for a moment. Then exhale gently. Feel the tension leave your body. Notice how even a single breath can make a difference. It's small but powerful. Think of your breath as your superpower. It won't eliminate your problems, it won't erase hardships, but it will give you the clarity to face them, the calm to handle them, the strength to get through them. And the best part, it's always with you, always available, no matter where you are, no matter what you're facing. We live in a fast-paced world. There is pressure to always be moving, always doing. We rush from one thing to another. Our minds are filled with thoughts about the past and worries about the future. Rarely do we pause to just be. But when you focus on your breath, you bring yourself back to the present, to the only moment that truly exists, the now. Being present is a gift. It allows you to see things more clearly, to appreciate what is, rather than worry about what was or what might be. It helps you respond with intention rather than impulse. It reminds you that you are alive, capable, and strong. When challenges arise, remember to breathe. When stress builds up, take a moment to pause. When emotions run high, ground yourself with your breath. It's a simple act, but its effects are profound. You might be facing difficulties right now. Maybe work is overwhelming. Maybe relationships feel strained. Maybe life is throwing too much at you at once. Whatever it is, know that you are not alone. And know that you have a tool to help you navigate it. Your breath. Breathe through the stress. Breathe through the fear. Breathe through the uncertainty. You are stronger than you think. You are more resilient than you realize. Think of every breath as a step forward, a step toward clarity, a step toward balance, a step toward resilience. Life will keep moving, challenges will keep coming. But as long as you have your breath, you have a way to find calm, to reset, to begin again. Right now, take another deep breath. Inhale strength. Exhale doubt. Inhale calm. Exhale tension. Feel yourself become more centered, more present, more in control. Your breath is always with you. Use it. Trust it. Let it guide you. No matter what life throws at you, you have this superpower, and that means you can face anything. Here's the big takeaway. Breathing isn't just something you do to stay alive. It's a tool, a powerful, always available tool that can transform how you feel, how you think, and how you live. It's the simplest, most accessible way to take control of your life. And the best part? You can start right now. No equipment, no apps, no subscriptions, just you and your breath. So, let's recap. Deep breathing calms your nervous system, regulates your emotions, improves focus, helps you sleep, and builds resilience. It's ancient wisdom backed by modern science, and it's something you can start using today. Remember, the way you breathe is the way you live, so why not breathe better? If you found this helpful, hit that subscribe button. Let's keep exploring how to live better, one breath at a time.